Chapter 4, supplements. So tell us a little bit about what's the essence of this chapter. What supplements do you recommend?
So I talk more globally about supplements. What are they? What are the different formats? I worked for 10 years in the supplement industry, and I also worked at a functional medicine clinic in which we used a lot of food and supplements to look at people's results. And what was amazing to me, even though I studied nutritional biochemistry, is that not everybody got well with just nutrition. They needed something more. And so, gosh, there are so many different kinds of supplements, and I recommend different supplements for the different colors. So the red is more the protein powders and minerals, things that stabilize us. The orange is more the fats and flowing parts of us, and the carotenoids, the orange carotenoids like beta carotene. The yellow is more digestive support, the yellow, the fire. So I kind of break it out per the color what supplements might be advised. And I teach a whole course on this to practitioners so that they can better understand, because I think that most practitioners were not taught about how to use supplements. How do you look for quality in a supplement? I mean, gosh, there's so many supplements out there, and there's a spectrum. Some of them really go through the extra mile to do research or to do quality control. Some of them not so much. And so we have to be really discerning about that.
Which is your favorite supplement brand, or which are your favorite supplement brands?
I have a variety, quite honestly. I think that, well, there are two paths of supplements that are sold. One is through the retail channel, where you can go up to a store like Whole Foods and you can buy supplements there. Or you can also buy from your healthcare practitioner. And usually those are going to be a little bit more pricey. But the reason why is because those practitioners are buying from companies that do a lot in the way of quality control. So some of my favorites, I mean, are more of that health practitioner brand line. So ones like Metagenics, Pure Encapsulations, Thorne, Designs for Health. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. And I think that, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So when you actually try out some of these, and I notice, I mean, even I eat really well, but there are times where you have increased nutrient needs. So maybe you go traveling, you're in an airplane for 8 hours, or you travel overseas. Can you possibly think that the food that you're getting during your travel is really doing the additional stress in your body any good? That's when I take the most supplements, is before I travel, during my travel, and after my travel.
And do you do a liquid multivitamin? What are your thoughts on multivitamins versus kind of hardcore specific supplements? Like, okay, I'm going to do the astaxanthin, or I'm going to do the krill, versus liquid. And what do you recommend?
Closer to food is better. So to your point, if it's a powder or if it's a liquid, I prefer that rather than a tablet or capsule. I prefer, instead of high doses of nutrients, I prefer small amounts of many different nutrients. So one of my favorite multivitamin minerals is, it's called Phytomulti, and it has 13 different plants in it, in addition, plant extracts, in addition to the vitamins and the minerals. And it's not super high levels of the minerals or the vitamins, so that if you wanted to layer in other things and you needed more vitamin C, then you could do it without feeling like you were in an unsafe zone. But I always think it's best to really work with a practitioner who knows what they're doing on that realm of supplements, because you know, I see this all the time. In fact, I just had somebody last week where they brought me a spreadsheet of 15 different supplements that they were taking since, 2014. So I think that we need to, one of my principles with supplements is rotation, rotation, rotation. I think that the body, in order to build resilience, needs variety, and that means with food. So that's why even with my whole detox program, every 3 days we do a new color. So the first 3 days we do red, then the days 4 through 6 we do orange, then days 7 through 9 we do yellow foods. So everything is rotation, rotation, rotation. And then I think that that builds the microbiome. It creates a new influx of phytonutrients, which can embed into our skin and help with skin and hydration. It can change so many different functions in our body just by variety alone. Those are my 3 principles with people. If you were to catch me on the street and you said, hey, Deanna, what's like your takeaway? I would say color, creativity, and variety. If you can focus on those things with your food, I would be ecstatic, because those are really core, simple principles, but yet very effective when they're properly applied.
And when's the right time to eat supplements? And should you eat with or without food?
It depends on the supplement. If it contains minerals, then it should definitely be taken with food. Most supplements fare better with food because if you
Mhm.
think of it, that's how we get vitamins and minerals is essentially
Yes.
through food. So we would
Yes.
want to consume it in a very similar
Yes.
way.
Yes.
But
I
no, it's
almost
a good question.
I almost think like that's, to me, that makes sense because it's like you're fooling your body. Your body thinks it's real food, but now you now you put some vitamins in there.
Well,
And
there have been
so,
studies, very beautiful studies, in which they look at taking certain supplements, even some basic ones like vitamin C and vitamin E,
uh-huh.
with a meal that's perhaps not so healthy and blunting some of the effects of that unhealthy meal. Now, that doesn't give us justification to go out and eat unhealthy, but what that told me was that those vitamins, they look like they're so small, but they are having significant potent impact in the body in that combination with food.